But so he may fail, as he vies for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale. That Tennessee Tuxedo and his bill.
Package for you, Mr. Livingston.
This is Mark Arnold, animation and comic book historian, and I'm here today with Bradley Bolke, who did the voice of Chumley Walrus.
And also Jerboa Jump.
But I don't think he's in this episode. This episode is called Wreck of a Record, and this is one where you get a chance to sing. And this is the 28th episode, and I just wanted to say something quickly because a lot of children nowadays are confused when they see this episode as to why they're putting a wig on Baldy Eagle, as you can see right here. But it's because they're trying to make him look like Mary Travers of the popular folk trio Peter, Paul, and Mary, which is kind of lost on today's audiences.
Ancient history.
Yes. The big song on here is called Abracadabra, Change-O, Range-O-Ree, as you can see the characters singing here. And do you have any recollections of singing that song?
You know, I watched this just yesterday, and I have no recollection whatsoever. Completely lost.
Did you think you could sing? I think you also sang the theme song originally in Tennessee
I
Tuxedo.
guess we did. Yeah, everybody thinks he's a singer.
And here you go with your big solo here, talking about singing about an elephant.
An elephant, that's what I could be. And when I go traveling, I would have my trunk with me.
Was there ever talk about releasing this song as like a real record? Because it seems pretty catchy, and a lot of people do remember this song.
If they did consider it, nobody ever discussed it with me.
I take my house with me.
One of the characters in the middle there is Baldy Eagle, and that was voiced by Mort Marshall. And he also did the voice of the Trix Rabbit for Trix cereals.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Livingston wants to see you in a hurry.
Did you hear that, men? Probably wants our act to lead off his show. Come on.
And also Stanley Livingston, which you see here sitting at his desk.
We are here.
I was just wondering if you had any memories of working with Mort and what type of person he was.
Oh, he was a nice guy. He was not very tall, but he had a big voice, and he did a lot of voices. And unfortunately, he died very young. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he died of, but he wasn't that old when he died.
Yeah. Now, did you socialize with any of these different voice actors outside working with them on Tennessee Tuxedo?
No, not really. No, we just kind of came in, did our work, and, then we went our respective ways.
Oh, no.
Or did you ever bump into them, say, at another voice audition or something like that?
Oh, yeah. You see the same people at the auditions.
On my show will be stars.
Another person that we haven't really mentioned yet, and she tended to do the female voices. Her name is Delo States. Does that name ring a bell?
Name doesn't ring a bell.
Because she tended to do the female voices, but there weren't too many female voices on Tennessee Tuxedo.
I don't recall there being any female voices.
Yeah. During the course of doing voice work for Tennessee Tuxedo, I know it ran for about 3 years originally on network. Was there any sort of gaps in production?
No, we over the course of 3 years, 62 to 65, I guess how do we do, 70 shows, 72 shows, something
70
like that?
shows, yeah.
And I guess depending upon whatever the producer scheduled, we generally did about one a week or one every 2 weeks. And they would the schedule little convenient for all the actors.
And were you generally surprised or happy that there were more episodes to do, or?
As far as I'm concerned, if they went on to do 1,000, I'd be happy.
Hey, there we go.
What actor doesn't like to work?
Of course. So even if they did more today, you'd probably say, "Yeah, let's do some more Chumley." Oh, okay, sounds good.
The needle writes the sound on the tinfoil.
I wanted to say a little bit more background about this particular episode, that this was the 28th episode, even though we've said that there were 70 episodes. Pretty much at this point, this is the second season here.
Now we can make a hit record of our song.
A hit record?
The characters are pretty established here, and that they do consistently go to Mr. Whoopi. Here he's telling him how to phonograph record works. Did you tend to prefer different scripts over others, or did you like this one because you were doing singing, even though I know you said you didn't really remember it?
But one was the same as the others.
Okay.
As long as I was working,
Mm-hmm.
This is what an actor wants, work.
Yes, yes. Doing all this work and everything like that, what other things did you work on at this time? I mean, I know you mentioned other cartoons like for Rankin Bass, but what type of things did you do for announcing or advertising?
Well, I did a lot of commercials. That was the bulk of my work at that time. I was commercials, voiceover and on camera. I did. It was lucrative. It was lucrative. It was, like I've said before, it was a curse and it was a blessing. It was a blessing because I made a lot of money, and you never knew when you went down to the mailbox if what kind of residuals were there. It was like hitting the slot machine, but it tended to make me a little lazy. I should have been pursuing the acting profession a little more. I should have been pursuing theater and situation comedy and more dramatic stuff. But if you're if the money's coming easily, and working in commercials was really, it was a pleasure. It was a snap. There were times I would walk out of a session. I said, and they pay me for this. It's like, you're playing. It wasn't hard work. I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's easy work.
Now, in all these years of working, did you ever do any on-camera work, or is there a movie or a TV show that we might
Oh
see you
yeah,
on?
I did I did a lot of on-camera commercials, and I did some on-camera forgettable movies, very forgettable. I think they opened in men's room somewhere.
Can we be on your show tonight?
Never.
Did you have any aspirations like your co-stars Don Adams or Larry Storch to do a situation comedy or anything like that?
I probably did, but I didn't. I foolishly didn't pursue it.
Huh.
I didn't. At the time when I was very busy, I didn't want to take the time off because it was the fun of going in and doing commercials, and if you were lucky, the thing would be they'd use it a lot, and you'd get a residual. And like I said, if you're a little on the lazy side, if you're not really don't have a burning ambition, this is what happens. But I can't complain. The business was good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had some good years and I had some bad years, but that's the life of an actor.
So nowadays, I guess you're probably best known for Chumley and possibly Jangle Elf from the Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yeah, I get fan mail. I get fan mail from people all around the country every couple of weeks, and I guess they get my name off the internet, and they download the characters and they have me autograph it. And as long as they send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, I'm very happy to accommodate them.
Any final thoughts about the legacy of Tennessee Tuxedo or anything else you've done?
Well, I guess it's sort of a classic, and I was also associated with the Year Without a Santa Claus, which was a Christmas classic, and it's nice to know that that I was part of something that'll go on for a long time.
I thank you very much, Bradley, for joining me today.
Okay, salute.
My hat for me, but it won't taste good to me. Abracadabra.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail.